In a world that can feel pretty divided most of the time, I'm pretty sure we can all agree that time can feel like it's flying by. I don't know if it feels more like that lately with the constant access to information and opinions of anyone and everyone, which is one of the main reasons I found myself these past few years seeking out ways to live my days with more intention and purpose. Writing and journaling has always been something I've enjoyed, and using this practice to process walking through each season has been so life-giving for me. This year, I've been so excited to release the first volume in the She is Awakening seasonal journal collection. And the feedback that I've received from those of you that already have yours has been even more exciting. The journal walks you through each season with prompts, original art, and free downloadable thoughts and quotes that you can access with a scan code found in your journal. We've made it available for you in soft and hardcover options. And if you would like to experience one for yourself, you can find ordering information in the show notes or by visiting my website, susanbeth.com. Because, in our humanity, we have this desire to control things, and entering rest can be challenging because, like we've talked about so many times, it takes us surrendering our will. And, we can have this never-ending need within us to feel productive, even in our relationship with God. Hi, friend. I'm Susan Beth, and you are listening to the She Is podcast, where we talk about living life intentionally and about trusting that the desires you have deep within you are there for a reason. I believe that the creator of the universe put those desires within you and that they are pathways to your purpose. My desire is that this would be a space that encourages you to lean in and to hear the whispers of the divine, and that you would be reminded of things that I honestly believe you already know. That you, my friend, are here for a reason. So if you're here for more conversations in that kind of space, welcome. Let's go. Hey you, how are you? And how are you moving through this season of summer? We've been talking about it here on the pod. And for those of you that are walking through the season with your She is Awakening summer journal, we are all hopefully choosing to say yes to this invitation of living freely and lightly that Jesus invites us to. The summer journal, it's undated and it is yours to move through and to use as you wish. But today I am starting week 4. And as I was looking at the weekly focus page, which is called Summer Sabbath, I noticed that the first line starts off with a question that says, are you in need of recovery and rest? And then it goes into Matthew 11, verses 28 through 30, and it reminds us that Jesus tells us how we can experience that real rest. This invitation, it sounds lovely and warm and inviting, but I think if we're honest with ourselves, it's so much easier to read about it and to think about it than to enter into it and live it out. The wording of, I'll show you how to take a real rest, found there in that Message version, it always jumps out at me. Because I think we all know that there are days where we might appear to be resting and actually even have the intention to take a day off and to rest and take time away from our regular responsibilities. And yet at the end of that time off, we find that we are not experiencing and have not experienced real rest. And I think a good indicator of experiencing real rest is that at the end of it, you feel refreshed. And the rest that we are invited to, it involves faith. Faith that moves us out of the realm that we can only see with our eyes. I wanted to share a few thoughts with you from Hebrews 4 in the Passion Translation. And it says, now the promise of entering into God's rest is still for us today. For those of us who believe, faith activates the promise and we experience the realm of confident rest. And then it goes on to say, For God still has ordained a day for us to enter into called today. And as we enter into God's faith rest life, we cease from our own works, just as God celebrates his finished works and rest in them. So then we must be eager to experience this faith rest life so that no one falls short by following the same pattern of doubt. I love that. I love how it calls us and reminds us that this rest comes to us through faith. Because, in our humanity, we have this desire to control things, and entering rest can be challenging because, like we've talked about so many times, it takes us surrendering our will. And, we can have this never-ending need within us to feel productive, even in our relationship with God. We can sometimes think that the more we do, the more that we will experience and bring something to life. And yet the mystery is this beautiful dance that we must learn and get in rhythm with is in the being. You are worthy of rest. And you are loved, before you even do one single thing. And sometimes it takes a Sabbath for us to remember this truth. And Sabbath is you and I not only stopping and taking a break from our normal activities and resting from making things, it's us resting from the need to make something of ourselves. It's us being still with our Creator and resting in the knowledge that He is God. So I'm going to end with that question from the Summer Journal. Are you in need of recovery and rest? And if the answer is yes, I hope that you heard something today that leads you to experiencing the real rest that you are searching for. You are so loved, friend. I hope you have a great week, and we'll talk soon.
Hey, you. Thanks for listening. And if you would like to connect more, head over to SusanBeth.com and sign up, and you will be one of the first to find out about anything new. Plus, there's a special free download available just to say thanks. If something in this episode did speak to you, would you do me a favor and share it with a friend that you think it might resonate with as well? And until next time, keep showing up in the world just as God purposed you to do, because you being you is exactly what we all need.